there. We're actually
Hello.
just joined today by Iain, who's one of the Kuhn Review listeners to the talking newspapers that we produce and we distribute on smart speaker and on the mobile phone app. Iain lives in Bishopbriggs. What you might not know, Iain, is that for the last couple of years, the East Dunbartonshire Community Chest has awarded us a very decent grant to help support the work of Kuhn Review Recording Service. And part of that has been that Ian McKenna, our studio coordinator, has been able to come along to East Dunbartonshire Visual Impairment Forum meetings, which you're part of, as I know, and again, other directors from Kuhn Review are part of. Now, one of the things that we've been able to do is encourage people to get in touch with us. And as you know, Iain, if people want to phone us on 0141 772 3976, not only can they find out about what we are doing in terms of the talking newspapers that we provide, but there's also some recorded information on what the East Dunbartonshire Visual Impairment Forum is doing. So again, these are all great ways of people getting in touch and finding out a wee bit more. And what newspapers is it that you listen to us?
Mainly the Kirkintilloch Herald once a week when it comes out, and occasionally the Evening Times, but it's mainly just the local newspaper.
How do you listen to it? Is it on the Alexa device, or do you
on
use
my
it on
Alexa device? Yep.
How do you find using the Alexa? Is it relatively easy to use, or do you in fact use it for other things?
To use, yeah. No, it's no problem. I just give it a command and it generally does it. I don't use it for much else. I know a lot of people use them for all sorts of stuff, but I use it just to listen to the radio and talking newspaper, and that's about it, really.
And you're one of the my fellow directors on the Kuhn Review board, and you'll know through that you'll know Bob McNichol, who's a great fan of the Alexa devices. How is it you? But you know Bob outside Kuhn Review. How do you know him outside? Is it through EdVip?
Yeah, that's it.
What is it that EdVip brings to your life? And
when initially I went blind about 4.5 years ago, I joined EdVip, and at first I was a bit sceptical about going to a club and whatnot and meeting these sort of people, but very quickly I found it very informative. There was a lot of things I didn't know about blind people and help I could get. They got in touch with RNIB for me and loads of other stuff. So it's really every other week I'm learning something, or somebody else has got something wrong with them that I can relate to or whatever. So it really is. It's been a godsend.
You've lost most of your sight, is that right, Iain?
Yeah, I've got no vision at all in my right eye, and my left eye it's very, very restricted. I can see shadows, and that's it.
So again,
that's my total sight.
So using things like the mobile phone app, even although it's adapted for people with a visual impairment, it's probably a bit difficult for yourself to use.
It's really difficult. It's really difficult.
I know that basically at one point you had your sight, and the next thing you knew, you'd lost it, basically.
Literally, yep. I've had problems on and off for about 12 years with my eyes, and my sight sort of gradually diminished a wee bit, and then just all of a sudden it accelerated in 2019. And by the end of June 2019, I was struggling to drive, and I thought, no, I can't do this. And by August, I was certified as visually impaired, and it was literally a couple of months.
For some people with partial sight, that then becomes if they lose more sight, they've maybe got a bit of time to adjust and find out about what's available to them. But you didn't
really have that. No. By the August, I was virtually blind, and then by probably October, I was at the state I am now. I've had several operations and whatnot to try and repair it, but unfortunately, they haven't worked. So I'm afraid
that's so again, going along to something like the Eastern Dunbartonshire Visual Impairment Forum, which is, by the way, what EDVIP stands for those that are listening to this. I mean, basically going along to EDVIP meetings and finding out what's out there has actually been a godsend to you. And I mean, have they had any sort of technical people along? I know, as we mentioned, Bob, he's got every Alexa device under the sun in his house and uses it for switching lights on and off, and he uses it to give himself reminders and things. Would you welcome that sort of advice and assistance? Would you?
Yeah, we've had people out, experts and whatnot, from the council and from private enterprise, if you want to call it that. They advise you how to use your Alexa or any device, your phone or whatever. So there's people out there that can help. And obviously, Q and Review, Iain's been out several times. In fact, he's there most meetings now. And if anybody's got any problems with their Alexa or most of their devices, they'll speak to Iain. So, yeah, it's been a good help.
One of the big benefits is that by having the funding from the Eastern Dunbartonshire Community Chest, it's meant that we have been able to fund Iain to go along to the meetings and to also find out more about things like the Triple Tap Tech project in Glasgow, or also to be able to sort of find out for ourselves what other visually impaired people are using their Alexa devices for and other smart speakers. So Iain, thank you very much for joining me in this phone call today. At very short notice.